little bit, but we've been seeing a burst of some heavier freezing rain and sleet coming through parts of Fayette County at this point. Reports of power outages now in northern Jessamine County. Transformer has gone off there around Ash Grove Pike, so that again just across the Fayette County line in northern Jessamine County. So again, we're seeing the effects of the ice storm here. Roads are beginning to slicken up, sidewalks are slickening up. That's in central Kentucky. To the southeast, we still haven't gotten there yet. But we will. It's just taking some time. Right now, that changeover is happening right around, say, Stanford, back to Lancaster, to Richmond, and continuing then on over toward Menifee County. To there in the north, it's freezing rain. And the northern fringe of this is actually falling in the form of sleet. But again, the cold air is on the move. We're now down to 29 in Lexington and Frankfort, 30 in Mount Sterling, 25 in Flemingsburg. Richmond and Danville have been hanging at freezing here for a while. But eventually these temperatures are going to sink down just a couple of more degrees. And when that happens, then the icing really gets going. And it'll be, again, lasting through the night into tomorrow morning for a lot of places. Southern Kentucky, you are still waiting. You were supposed to be waiting until now, but that will be changing. The ice storm warning remains as is, covering most of the area with the exception of Scott County back into Franklin and Harrison counties. We are going to see that with a mixture of sleet and some snow in there as well. But for that ice storm warning, we're talking accumulations of at least a quarter inch of ice. Some places will be significantly more. So from 11 o'clock, you are looking at that whole area sagging southward. Again, still rain on the southern flank. We continue then to the hours after midnight. And again, the general southward shift, even at 5 a.m., the I-64 corridor back to the Bluegrass Parkway, still seeing freezing rain. But by the time we get your morning commute, most of it's across southern Kentucky at that point. Another wave comes by tomorrow. So southern Kentucky will add to their freezing rain tomorrow, while the I-64 corridor likely stays dry. But the impacts will be felt through the day. We'll talk more in just a few minutes.
All right, Bill, it's certainly going to be a long night. And across Kentucky, emergency management officials have advised people to stay home tonight as this ice storm moves through the state.
We have crews in Lexington and Richmond as people are heeding that warning and ready to stay home for some time now. We begin with LEX 18's Catherine Collins, who is live in Hamburg, with a look at conditions and how people are preparing for the worst. That's the LEX 18 big story at 11.
That's right, Larry, Nancy, here in Hamburg, we're starting to see all the signs of what looks like could be dangerous conditions to come here. Roads are slick. We've even seen some trees kind of like they're bending over under the weight of the ice. Now, we also know that things could get more dicey as we go overnight here. Now, earlier we talked to some people who were out shopping, basically getting ready to hunker down for the next few days if they need to.
Just try to get some canned goods and stuff like that, rices and things that, you know, just in case we're shut in, we have everything that we need.
Earlier I came and got like 7 bottles of water, just in case.
These shoppers tell me they don't know what the next few days will look like, but Thomas Jarber remembers ice storms of the not so distant past, and he'll be ready for the worst.
So it was extremely bad, so we just wanted to make sure that we prepare, you know, for if it gets that bad this time.
Business owner J.P. Gibson hopes it won't be nearly as bad as what Kentucky experienced in 2009.
This couldn't come at a worse time for Mother Nature to strike.
The owner of Brown Barrel Restaurant in Midway says Valentine's weekend is an important one.
This could be catastrophic in the restaurant industry because we depend on that little surplus of business that we usually get during the Valentine's time.
As we wait to see just how far-reaching the impact of this storm will be, Jarber has some advice.
Stock up, stay in, and stay safe.
That's what he plans to do. That rain is still coming down. We've seen road crews out pre-treating those roads to try to stop some of that ice. But like we said, emergency officials have told everybody to please stay home if possible. Let's go over to Mike Valenti in Madison County to see what he's seeing there. Mike.
Yeah, Catherine, thanks. Temperatures are hovering right around freezing right now. Rain has been off and on for about 5 hours. Right now, it's a pretty consistent heavy drizzle, as I would describe it. But you're just going to want to be careful on the roads. You really should be avoiding the roads right now throughout the night into the morning, because generally when freezing rain has hit the roads, that's going to turn into ice, and then that is a recipe for disaster.
Stupid, I'm not going to get out when it's an inch of ice or anything, but snow doesn't bother me. Ice is a different story.
A different story that Linda Tibbs knows rarely has a good ending. She was here in 2009 when an ice storm wreaked havoc on the region and caused massive power outages.
My husband and I worked, and we would come home and eat soup that our neighbor would warm up for us, and we had a wood stove, so that kind of kept us warm. The blower didn't work. So when we were through eating, we went to bed.
Now she's not taking any chances.
I have a generator, I've got 30 gallons of water, I've got 20 cans of tuna, 6 things of peanut butter, 2 boxes of crackers.
Toyota employee Kirby Webb is also hunkering down.
I'm gonna go home, drink hot chocolate and coffee, and just relax.
But Webb won't be clocking in tonight. He's used some paid time off to avoid driving into work for the overnight shift. And it was an easy call.
Being over there for about 10 hours tonight, I figured everything would freeze over, so it's probably best interest for me to come home.
Kirby Webb put it pretty succinctly there. Madison County emergency officials and Kentucky transportation officials are urging everyone to stay home, saying it's in their best interest not to be on the roads tonight and tomorrow. We're live in Richmond. Mike Valenti, LEX 18 News.